Okay, so let's move on then to we've got Halloween Halloween Ends has just come out, and myself and Yoda have seen this. Have you guys seen it yet?
I've had two friends told me about it. One she loved it. The other one she hated it. So I don't know what to do then.
And Matt, you've not been a fan of the genre or the franchise at all, have you?
I'd rather count my mum's pubic hair than watch that, if I'm honest.
What about She-Hulk? Your mom's She-Hulk pubic hair.
Matt, I'll save you some time. It's 76.
Oh, she shaved it since I last saw it.
Oh, where is that gun now?
Anyway, see, I've done this, Yoda. No, Yoda. I've done this in between segments, so you can cut this out. So you're welcome. All right. But yeah, the new Halloween is out now. I reviewed it. To me, it was an hour and a half of filler and a fake setup, and the actual movie was literally the last 15 minutes where, spoilers, Laurie finally kills Michael Myers for good.
For real?
How does she kill him?
Yeah. She pins into a table with a couple of knives, slits his throat, slits his wrist. The town come out and put him on a car and take him to a car scrap. Yeah, and it's a car, one of those things that sort of rolls inside and crushes up metal, and she throws the body in there, and it's properly torn up and stuff.
Right.
But that sounds pretty definitive to me.
Yeah, and that's it. But there's a whole fake setup of somebody who again, I was saying to Yoda earlier. There's a bit with this kid. He's at the beginning, you'd like it, Sean, actually, the first 5 minutes, because he kills a kid quite brutally.
I have heard that. Good. Everybody that's recommended it to me has been sure to tell me that. I don't know what that says about them or me.
What about you? But basically, then it is an accident, but the kid gets branded as this child killer, and he's constantly picked on and everything else. But then he stumbles across Michael Myers, who's living in a sewer, and they actually kind of like become friends. And Michael Myers, when he goes out killing, he takes this other kid with him. And I said to Yoda, I wanted a moment where there was a montage of him sort of going, no, like this, like this. Yeah. Oh, right, like not like that. Yeah, no, like this.
Sing the
everybody
montage. Sing the one. Let me tell you about my best friend. The courtship of Eddie's father's theme song.
Yeah. And but they kind of set this up that Corey was going to take over as Michael Myers, which kind of made no sense because, Michael Myers and Laurie, that's the story. But then at the end of it, he kills himself and dies, and that's it. And it was just like, so that whole hour and a half, he stabs himself in the neck.
Who stabs himself in the neck?
Corey. This Corey guy. The guy who's going to be the new Michael Myers.
Why does he kill himself?
I think it's to try to frame Laurie into so that the daughter would think that she did it.
Basically, Laurie sets up her granddaughter with this kid, and they actually start becoming friends. So the more he's going down the route of becoming a serial killer, the more Allison, I think it was, is the granddaughter who's like falling in love with her. So when he stabs himself and kills himself, it's just at the perfect moment where she comes home and Laurie stood over him with a knife, and so she thinks she's Laurie is killed, and it was a waste of time.
I guess that the actor who played Corey actually requested to be killed off because he said the thought of having to work with Jamie Lee Curtis in another Halloween Ends was just too much to bear.
Is that true, or is that just...
No, I'm making it up, but she's a fucking piece of shit. She's a piece of shit of a woman anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised.
At one point, they did toy with the idea of her killing herself, and I actually thought to myself, oh, that will be nice because then Jamie won't have to play this crap anymore. But then that was all fake.
She's been dining off this for 40 years.
I know. It's a paycheck, isn't it?
She's basically made a career out of being in 700 Halloween films and getting her tits out in trading places. That's about it.
Yeah. That's about it. Yeah.
That's her whole career.
I know the famous mum.
And I was going to say that.
The dance scene, true. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to make of it. And I was talking to you earlier, Phil, about that. I was sitting there mostly baffled by the direction they were going. And I was also looking at this as its place in a trilogy or a quadrilogy, if you want to call it that. But if this had been like Halloween Kills is trash. It's just bizarre nonsense. If they had gotten rid of that one and they made this the second one, where like maybe at the end of Halloween 2018, Michael was still at large, but he was kind of messed up. So he hides in the sewer, and then this kid finds him, and there's this kind of this deal where maybe the kid's going to be the new one, and maybe Michael. Then they have a fight, and then at the end, Michael is the big one. And then they do Halloween Ends, which is back to the final showdown between Laurie and Michael. I could kind of see it, kind of. It's not like there's something that could be there.
But they completely they just go, nah.
Yeah, but then they made this the finale, and it doesn't make sense in the finale. So then Michael becomes superfluous in his own movie and has to show up at the end because we gotta. I mean, it's like they almost forgot that he was in the movie.
Michael's first kill is
like,
not.
Oh yeah, have him come here.
Michael's first kill is about 50 minutes. It's 60 minutes in.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Something like that. I barely see him for the first hour of the movie.
We've had Leanne say Halloween Ends was trash. Yeah, that was it. It's as simple as that.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to defend this movie. It's just I'm a little baffled, and there's part of me that's like, at least they would try something a little different, and it just didn't. But it didn't make sense in its place in a trilogy, and the execution was terrible. But there's a part of me that's like, if you had done this a little differently, maybe there's something there. But in the end, I can't recommend it. But it's
the problem.
Anyway,
The problem with these new ones is they try to add like a story to something. It's a slasher movie, man. You got tropes and you got beats and you repeat that. And the whole point is just to see the bad guy kill teenagers in new bloody ways. That's all that's all anybody wants from a slasher movie. They don't.
Corey was killing people that had wronged him or he felt had wronged Allison, right? He had like purpose to his murders. Michael Myers is never about that. Michael Myers is just this fucking force of nature. It comes through and just starts murdering people. And there's no rhyme or reason. That's what made the first movie work, is because you didn't know why. There was nothing between him and Laurie. He just started killing people because he just decided he wanted to kill people. And you never know who he's going to kill or why or anything like that. And this one, so making Corey the new Michael Myers doesn't really make any sense, because he's killing for reasons, because he's got motivation. He's been hurt. So of course he's not the Michael Myers, because he doesn't have it. Just because he tilts his head to the side or he sits up a certain way doesn't make him Michael Myers. That's just dumb.
It's the mask that does that. I
I
wanted to see a scene. I wanted to see a scene where Michael's got his mask on, and then he took Corey out for his first kill, and then comes back and goes like, "There's your mask. There you go. All right, well done. You've earned that. Yeah, you
think they should have shown his face
and wash it at 40 degrees, and don't put it in the tumble dryer."
Do you think they should have showed his face, Phil, for this final one? Do you think they should have showed his face?
When they took the mask off, I thought it looked a bit like John Carpenter.
Might have been.
It
looked like an old man. I mean, I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea at this point.
Just leave it alone. It's not like you're going to look at him and go, "Oh, it was so and so all along."
They should have just not made that. They should have just not made those movies.
Yeah, but since they did,
yeah.
Thank you for watching this excerpt from Outpost Frequencies. Tune in live every Sunday at noon Central Time or 6 o'clock UK time. And also, remember to come to lastmovieoutpost.com for all your latest in movie news, streaming news, and everything cool about film. We are the cool news now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next stream.